Hello besties, when I tell you that Africa is a land of sweet bananas and sweet natural organic foodstuffs, you should believe me. Now those who don't know, this is called chivuvu. It's a sweet banana but it's not eaten when it's raw, and it first ripens, then we cook it. That's our meal, the one we are going to cook today, but it can also be eaten as a dessert. But for us, we are going to eat it as our lunch. You see, it first has to ripen. You see something ripen, a finger ripen, then you harvest it. After harvesting it, we are removing clusters. Then, after removing all these clusters from the bunch, we are going to keep it. Yeah, that is my sack. I keep in foodstuffs that needs to ripen. Then after there, we are going to prepare our meal. Those have never seen how they cook this kivuvu. I don't know how they call it in English, but just stay tuned in. Before we go any further, allow me to appreciate you guys for taking your precious time watching African Webinar, for subscribing, liking, commenting. You really are so precious to me. And for my new viewers, please don't forget to subscribe and like, comment. Let's share love to one another. So I'm harvesting greens. Yes, these are greens. Those who have never seen greens before, I'm trying to harvest greens so that we can cook our meal. You know, here in Africa, like, we eat varieties of natural things, so we pick our things straight from the garden and fresh, organic. So those are my fire. That's my firewood. It may be small. Yes, those are foreign branches from the tree, so I collect them to light my cooking stones, to set up my firewood to start cooking. Those are excited like me, like I have taken long without eating what I'm going to cook today, so I just feel so excited. After assembling my firewood, I have to light it up. So guys, those have been following my videos know that I'm a tea lover, and I think it's the first things I have to put on. So whenever you see a kettle, that kettle know that someone is cooking tea. So let's first prepare some tea, then I'll put it in a flask as we proceed on our cooking, because a day without tea makes me a very dull girl. So I have to first prepare my tea as we proceed on cooking our meal. So that's our chivuvu. Like, it has been there for 3 days. Now it's fully ripened. I believe you can see it. Yes, I harvested it 3 days ago, but we had to cook it today. So there, African girls, you have to put their sack to sit on and doing your stuff if you don't want to use a mat. So I'm trying to assemble my chivuvu to see how far they have ripened, and I believe they are fully ripened. Even you can see the color. Guys, you have to make sure when you are cooking this kind of chivuvu, it's chivuvu because matoke are green bananas for food, but this one is specifically for it's chivuvu. You cook it when it has ripened, the way you see it. So the difference between matoke, those are green bananas, are cooked when they are not ripened, and this is chivuvu, it's cooked when it's ripened, and this chivuvu can be eaten as a dessert, breakfast, or lunch, according to your own preferences. But for us, we are going to prepare it for our meal, like lunch. So know that in Africa we're having varieties of bananas, and these varieties of bananas differ from taste, starchiness, and the way we cook it. Others are for dessert, others are for brewing. So when cooking this kind of banana called chivuvu in my native language, we are going to steam it as usual, but you don't peel off You don't peel it off. You just have to wash it with its peel and you cook, because it's already ripened, and when you peel off the peels, it's going to smash itself, which we don't want. So you have to make sure you fold your banana leaves very well, as you see the way I'm doing it. I don't know how to explain that process in English, but we are using banana leaves. You put there another banana leaf to hold your chivuvu, not to like water, not they shouldn't the chivuvu shouldn't mix with water in the saucepan. That's why we have placed in 2 banana leaves before we put in our chivuvu, so that those you have to cut off that, I don't know how you call it, the ends of the bananas. So we are just steaming this, but this our chivuvu is going to get ready by steam, not water. The water is just helping us not to get, like, our things not to get burnt and to produce that steam. So you have to make sure that when you are covering, you cover it well, so that steam can be in one place for our chivuvu to get ready. As I have always been telling you the procedures of how we steam our foodstuffs in Africa, that is the exact procedure we are using here. So guys, remember that when you are packaging your food, it has to be like well packaged and covered with bananas, so that you can get the excellent and best results ever. So you have to use as much banana leaves as you can. Of course, we don't buy here banana leaves, we get them from the garden, so why not do the best out of it? I believe you are seeing how I'm packaging and assembling my banana leaves. So here we learn. I know most of you have never been to Africa and like really feel how does it feel to be in Africa. Here in Africa, we basically normally eat organic food stuff. This what we are cooking, it's having natural sugars, no preservatives, no artificial sweetness. My mama always tell me that what we eat always reflects on our appearance. I believe we are all from different countries, but let's choose the best food for our bodies, because at the end of the day, your African baby now loves to have a healthy, happy life. Guys, I always wish you the best because you are my besties. So this is how I have packaged my food. Now it's time for putting it on our cooking stove for it to start cooking. As we proceed, here cooking, it takes a lot of stages, step by step. See how I have packaged my food, guys. I think I have done a great work here. And you can opt to add on a saucepan on top of your bananas on the food, but it's optional, you can leave it. And so now these are our greens. You saw from the beginning when I'm harvesting them only that I've left them under sunshine, that's why they have somehow wilted, but these are our greens. So I'm washing them up because I'm going to steam them. You're going to see how we steam our things. I think it's not the first time to steam greens, but you're going to see it today. But you have to make sure that you wash off the dust. Remember, these greens are from the garden, so we wash off the dust, the mud, anything, because it depends on the weather. If it's shining, that's dust. If it rains, it has some mud, so you have to first clean and sort your greens very well. Then we package it in our banana leaf. Yes, we are steaming it in our banana leaves. You see how I have placed it. Then we fold it neatly. You neatly fold your greens in a banana leaf. After folding, you're going to see how we are going to remember our food has started boiling, like we have left it boiling because we always put in firewood to keep the fire burning. So here you have to tie your banana leaf with a banana fiber so that it stays in one place. After, we are going to sort our bitter berries. Guys, I have really advertised these bitter berries. They are good for health. It's healthy. Its health benefit are like it doesn't chew up, but it helps to manage those to, or is it called managing or maintain those people are suffering with pressure, sugar, and it prevents, if you like normalize using such things, like you may end up when you have grown old without getting pressure or any other diseases or diabetes. So now our food has steamed for some good time. As you see, even the leaves, banana leaves have changed colors, but we need to add in our greens and bitter berries. Remember that you don't have to overheat the greens. That's why we are putting them after a while when we had already placed on our food. We don't have to over steam our greens, so we are just steaming for a few minutes, then reduce the fire, but make sure that you reput back the banana leaves the way we found it. After 10 or 15 minutes, our greens will be ready and the bitter berries. So we shall reduce the fire just to keep our food warm as our sauce gets ready. So we are covering it up the way we found it, guys, so that the warmth can be in one place. And of course, we have to serve our food when it's hot. So let's prepare our sauce, guys. Those are our nuts. I had to first boil water for nuts, but you can also use cold water, but I had no time. When you use hot water, the food, that sauce gets ready faster than the cold one. So but it all the same thing. It depends on the time you are having, but still these dinners need a lot of time, like 1 hour at least, to get what you want, like to make sure that these dinners are fully ready. So I'm cooking it for 1 full hour before we serve our food. Yes, but you can even cook it more than those hours, but for me, I'm going to cook it for 1 hour because I'm really hungry. And under minimum heat. So after some time, this is how our food, our sauce has turned into. You see its thickness. You shouldn't cook something that is watery. Now we are adding in our ingredients. Those are tomatoes and onions only, guys. They don't fry nuts because nuts are, it's having its natural oils, so you don't fry it at any point. So after some 1 hour, our food is ready, guys. It's time for lunch. Please, you're welcome wherever you are. Come and we feast on this African meal of our chivuvu today. So before handling food, you know the theme is first wash your hands. That's the grandchild of this family. He had to bring some plates for us. So we have to wash our hands when we are dealing with food. He also had to wash his hands because we use hands when eating. No using forks here. This is a traditional meal. Why should we bring in forks when God gave us our own forks? You have to just wash them. So we are going to eat from here. You have to first lay your banana leaves, then you put what you have cooked on it. It's called omwaliro, olujuliro. So that we all eat when we are seated on that mat. That's how we eat our food here in my home. this is our result, guys. What do you think about this, our chivuvu? It has really gotten ready, and the aroma, it's so killing me. It's so sweet. I feel like this food is going to be one of the best, sweetest food I have ever tasted this week. So let's check on our bitter berries. They are also ready, and remember, these were our greens. I think it's properly steamed, but let's check and see. Yes, this is how our greens have turned out, guys. And these are our peanut sauce we are going to use for eating on our meal. It is also so ready. So some of my family members, mostly they don't like cameras, but they are there waiting for me to finish showing you guys. So this is our kivuvu. They are twins, guys. We used to fight eating these things because we are told that when you eat them, you also produce twins. So kids were fighting for it. So whenever we see, even if it's a banana or what, say, "Mommy, let me eat it." But I believe they are just deceiving, only that they were joint bananas. I believe most of you know that story. Those people have grown up in Africa. How young kids love eating that joint banana because of twins, but I believe it's a lie. Anyway, the food was so hot, and this is just a baby, not yet that grown to handle hot food, so I had to make sure that his food is cold, somehow warm, before we start eating. So besties, you're welcome to our meal. Come and we feast together. We had to pray. The grandchild of this house has prayed for us. Amen. So let's start feasting, guys. Let me taste for you, just because I believe you cannot make it here in time. Guys, it's so super delicious, tasty. I don't even think that I can describe it well, because the sweetness is so the food is so yummy, guys. You should try it out. These African organic food stuffs, and the greens were properly steamed. I really love eating such food. I had forgotten to tell you that they don't eat peels of this kivuvu. You have to peel it off. Like the peels, you have to remove the peels when the food is ready. That's why you see, peels aside, we are only eating the matoke. And these are our sweet greens, guys. See our food, our local sweet delicious African food. This is how we cook chuvu, and what you have seen, and how we steam our things. So you can drop me and let me know how you do your food stuffs. Have you ever eaten chuvu, this kind of banana, or not? Or where did you taste it from? Anyway, we have really eaten to our fullest. You see, we have only remained with the peels. Thank you so much for watching, my precious people, for loving your African baby. Now, please, those who are new here, do consider subscribing, comment, share. Let's interact in our comment section. I would like to know about your opinions on how we do our kind of life, on how we prepare our meals. Which meal do you feel like I should prepare for you when you have maybe a friend of yours, an African friend, have told you before? Anything for you, my besties. Let me hope that you're going to have a blessed time. May God bless you for me. Till next time with another African interesting video.